Jai Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvas. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. Today is the 25th day, I think, consecutively we are involved in satsang. Yesterday we had the honor and opportunity to visit and be part of an Islamic Satsang, where there were quite a few Hasrats. Hasrats translated to English is saints. Quite a few saints, and we were treated with ultimate honor. You can see the videos. We were given privileged positions, and those disciples of mine that came with me, all initiated disciples, they were at home. More than anyone else, my camera woman, she said she really enjoyed it. So I don't know whether one of the days she's going to abandon this Sri Narayan Dham, because I saw also really enjoying the Christian functions when we went to the crusade and Dr. Julie's function. And yesterday she told me, Acharyaji, I feel great here. I planted the seed of oneness 2 years ago when the entire world was in lockdown. I was busy spiritually working, and I was also materially working. I constructed all of the parapet walls of this ashram during the months of lockdown, and simultaneously I ran the very first, I initiated the month of the Ramanujans internationally from the 5th of May until the 27th of May. And without any devotees present at the ashram due to the lockdown, we went on social media and we declared the month of the Ramanujans. This was in 2020. So we planted the seed of oneness in 2020. We watered and germinated the seed in 2021. And yesterday, one day after the month of the Ramanujan celebration, we have now cultivated the tree of interfaith in its entirety. So I have a Hasrat, and I'm sure a few Hasrats will accompany him from South India, who is going to make sure he visits this ashram before he leaves the South African shores. And if you look at the videos, you'll see him dressed in white, walking me through when we went on the stage, standing next to me and also sitting next to me. So we never met officially prior, but when you're in the spiritual dimension, you need no introduction to each other. When you are spiritual, you recognize others who are spiritual. So without any introduction, we both took to each other, and we have a deep-seated friendship which was always there but connected yesterday for purposes of this discourse. Within this week, we will visit and ask those of you that can take leave, make his visit to the ashram memorable. You would have noticed that since I started my satsang, from day one, I always pay my obeisances, starting from my spiritual master and in reverse order, landing up to the Supreme Lord. And the Islam Sufi faith is exactly the same. They have bona fide spiritual masters going back all these 1,400 years to Prophet Muhammad and then to the Supreme Lord himself. And this Hasrat, his founding spiritual master lived in India 500 years ago. Basha Pir is his first disciple, I think, on the African continent as a whole and South Africa as a country. And I've been noticing a miracle occurring at the tomb of Basha Pir even when I was an atheist. I schooled primary school, Warwick Avenue, high school, Warwick Avenue, police force, Warwick Avenue, taxis, Warwick Avenue. So I'm a town boy. And Basha Pir is in the midst of town, and being observant is my nature. I observe everything around me. It's my inherent and innate nature. And I observed that there are thousands of pigeons at Basha Pir. If you go, you'll see thousands of pigeons at Basha Pir. The tomb has a small dome, I think 2 or 3 times the size of the dome of my Lord Narayan shrine. And it is painted pure white throughout its existence. But I noticed that not one pigeon has defecated on that dome. You can take a drive today, you can take a drive tomorrow, you can take a drive next year. The freeway runs on the same level as the dome. Just turn left, but not if you drive in, because if you drive over, I don't think Basha Pir will stop your car. Alright? So if you drive in over, let the passenger verify for you. It's quite a steep fall from the top of the bridge there. And you'll see that the dome is absolutely white. You'll see sitting atop the dome on what we call the Khalsa, you'll see pigeons, but not one pigeon has defecated on the dome. I made this observation known to the Hasrat that if pigeons know who Basha Pir is, how ignorant are humans that who do not know who Bashapi is. And him and I, at that point, clicked in our spirituality. We synthesized in our spirituality. So that seed that I planted in 2020, where I didn't get a lot of attraction, nobody wanted to back me up. I was alone in this world of oneness. I was preaching oneness on my own. I was initiating these campaigns on my own. And in fact, there was a WhatsApp group that Vishwadhar is in that stated that Acharya Sham Ramanuj is wasting his time. World religions will never come together. And that WhatsApp group are disciples from the Sri Sampradaya. I'd like Vishwadhar to post all our links in that WhatsApp group. I'd like him to go back and find that comment that was made and tag that comment. Because today, we have proven in the past 2 years, more specifically last year and ultimately yesterday, that the oneness mission, as I explained to John earlier on, my vehicle is on the third lane on the N2 freeway. And I'm passing all those broken down vehicles in the middle lane, in the first lane, on the yellow lane. Nothing is going to stop us. Nothing is going to stop us. And we're not using fuel. Our vehicle is power driven by the cosmic energy of the Supreme Lord. So we will never run out of fuel. We will never run out of fuel because God is infinite, His energy is infinite, therefore our power is infinite. I also want to make those disbelievers, those haters, it is only haters that would not want the amalgamation of faiths. It is only haters. Those haters that have perpetuated hatred amongst the different faiths, amongst the different religions, they are not spiritual or religious, they are satanic, because hate is an attribute of Satan. You can find Satan in the church, you can find Satan in a mosque, you can find Satan in this ashram. I had quite a few Satans. Y'all, I'm sure y'all met them. Many of you met my Satans from this ashram. Haters are not humans. In humanity, there should be no hatred. In humanity, there should be no hatred. So I also have the honor of both Peter sitting in the satsang today. Peter is a white gentleman who in 2020, I think 2019, when I moved in, before moving to this ashram, we were doing a whole lot of work. And Peter, a skilled artisan, a skilled engineer, and a former soldier protecting this country. I think he told Shawan that he was tired of shaving in the army, and when he left the army, he decided to throw his shaving set away. That's what Shawan told me many years ago, Peter. I don't know how true it is.
Very true.
Okay, Peter is confirming. So Shawan didn't lie to his dad. Alright? And whilst talking about Shawan, I just want to make an observation. So Shawan told me twice already. He said, Dad, I'm trying everything. I'm not being 100% successful. It's because maybe the things I'm trying is not what God wants me to do. So he said, I gave it a long thought, and I realized that I'm living in this ashram with you, that now I should make my material aims secondary and make my spiritual aims primary. So he said, I want to be involved in karma yoga with you so that later I can be involved in bhakti yoga. So which means that although most of you would have noticed that he is neither here nor there in this ashram. In fact, Jessica took out many photographs on the month of the Ramanujans. When she saw Sherwin doing some work, she was shocked. So I want to bless him. I don't know whether he'll be successful or he won't be successful. Like every other devotee, his opportunity is equal. This is not a family-orientated satsang. Everyone stands in line. And if he's come to this decision that things are not working out in his life, he needs to put God first, then that is what the Vedas teach. And all of you know I started this institution in 2013, and I could have given Sherwin that secret then. But as I said, everyone must stand in line, and realization must dawn upon yourself. So although he's my son, he sleeps in the same kutir as me, I never revealed any spiritual secrets to him. I wanted him to learn it on his own, and I hope he is consistent in what he has stated, because only consistency in spirituality yields results. Alright, if you have a euphoria when you join the satsang, then the euphoria is short-lived, and after a while you can't see the Guru for what the Guru really is. But if you are consistent, because God is constant, is God not constant? So to equate with something that is constant, Hemita, like last night's Guru, I want to say, let me go a step deeper. Let me go a step deeper. If you want to associate with something that is constant, what is the mathematical formula? You have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. If you are consistently associated with that which is constant, then the results that will yield will be consistent. For every equation there's a product, yes or no? So if you are consistently equated to that which is constant, then the product yielded by that association will be consistent, which ultimately relates to God's grace. If you want God's grace to shower on you consistently, then you have to be consistent. It is taken for granted that God is constant all the time. That's a given. That's a given. What's not a given is your consistency, because you can withdraw it anytime. You can withdraw it anytime. Do not become consistent through emotion. Through emotion, because emotion fluctuates. One day you have an emotional high, the next day you have an emotional low, another day you are in the center of your emotions. So when you make a commitment emotionally, it is inconsistent. Always inconsistent. But if you make a commitment from the heart, if you make a commitment from the heart is constant. Commitment made from the heart will be consistent. So that whether the days are dark, whether the days are bright, or whether the days are neutral, your commitment must always be consistent. You must always be involved in whatever you are doing. Would what? Go then. Jessica, go out to John. Okay. So whatever happens has to be consistent. You must not make a... You can go out, sorry. Sorry, you can go out. You cannot make a commitment on an order and a supply. You cannot make a commitment on an order and a supply. God, if you do this for me, then I will do this for you. That is not a commitment. That is an order. You are making an order to God, and based on your commitment, you want a reward or a supply. Alright? So, in this quest for oneness, there is going to be many obstacles on the road. The obstacles will come from our own, and the obstacles will come from outside. It is these obstacles that's going to make us strong. Oneness won't happen overnight. Oneness won't happen overnight. My grandchildren, maybe their grandchildren, if this mission is consistent, if this mission is consistent, then the grandchildren of my grandchildren can enjoy the products, can enjoy the products of the seeds that we have planted today. So it's a long-term investment, and the results will be proportionate. So the results will benefit the world in different ways. It will be a game changer for those that are involved in the New World Order. Those of you who do not know or do not understand, there are a handful of people that has, we talk about state capture in South Africa. That is a small problem, microscopic problem. The entire world has been captured as we speak currently today by a group of people, and they are dictating everything that's happening in the world, and it's called the New World Order. And without going comprehensive, COVID-19 is part of the strategy of this New World Order. Remember, God cannot make a mistake. God cannot make a mistake because He is absolute. So when God manufactured humans, He did not manufacture human beings with face masks. So there is no disease that has been, everything is created by the Lord. Both the negative and positive is created by the one Supreme Lord. All energies belong to the Lord. It does not matter how you manipulate it. If you manipulate the energies wrongly, you'll get the atomic bomb and you'll kill billions of people. That is not God's fault. God just created the energy. It's who manipulated the energy is responsible for those killings. So similarly, if COVID-19 has been created in the lab, what is the difference between the atomic bomb and the virus bomb? Both manipulated energies. So God is not involved. The energies created by God if used rightly, your body has capacity to live normally. But today we are wearing face masks not because we have a manufacturer's defect, but those that are manufactured have become defective, and it is for this reason that we are using face masks. So it is our duty to be vigilant. Instead of sitting and complaining, we have to join organizations such as that which I have created. Both, if you are a Hindu, then the Sri Narayan Dham, or Sanatan Dharmi, then the Sri Narayan Dham, and if you belong to the different faiths, then you need to join our interfaith institution. You need to join our interfaith institution so that we can change the direction that humanity is being driven by a handful of people. The New World Order is a handful of Satanists. They are Satanists and we need to remove them. It is easy. If the world gets together, it is very simple to get rid of these Satans. But because we are not focusing on these Satans, it has given them breeding ground to capture the entire world. So forget about state capture, forget about the Zondo Commission. This is just a particle in the bigger things of this universe. So this interfaith group that we are, the seeds which have now sprouted, need to be international. And we already have an international Hasrat who's joining us. And very soon, I'm sure next year this time, we'll be around the world. We will be around the world in terms of the various religious denominations. And then we'll be able to tackle, we can tackle the World Health Organization, which has been infiltrated by these Satans. World Health Organization has been infiltrated. There are enough evidence showing the true nature of COVID-19. So our mission is true to the instructions. Lord Sri Ramanuj instructed, respect all, worship your own. We're running true in that direction. We go to places, other places of other religions, place of worship. We respect them, we honor them, and then we come to the ashram and we worship our own and we respect them when they attend our services to honor and respect us, and when they go back to the mosques and churches, worship their own. So if you respect another's religion and worship your own, where there's religious intolerance? So we are substantively removing religious intolerance. Religious intolerance. So I want to conclude by stating that the Supreme Lord is absolute. Nobody is favored. Whatever your merits or demerits are, it will accrue as and present itself proportionately to you. I had a call this morning, or had a notification from Jay Bhai, Senior Jay, that Alfie has passed on. Our devotee Alfie, he has passed on. I have not verified, and I have no other communications to verify this, but I believe Jay Bhai's message, and knowing that the system Alfie was involved in, this is his last body. Alfie will go straight to Lord Sri Narayan. Alright? And also we just heard just now when Shaun was frantically running up and down that my other son Shaun met with an accident. So this is the absoluteness of the system. This system is absolute. It is absolute and balanced. Although I'm giving a live discourse to the world, my very own son met with an accident, because that is the merits and demerits of this world and system. You understand? So we have to put God first all the time. Had he been sitting in the satsang today, there would have been no accident. He would have missed it. So that rule applies to everyone, whether you're the Guru's son, Guru's wife, Guru's family, Guru's brothers, Guru's sisters. God first is the game changer in anyone's life. Jai Sri Narayan. Then I will do the arti.